Where should I start?
My name's Linda Lee. The year of 2025 was the first year I ever targeted steelhead, a species nicknamed the fish of 1,000 casts, but for me, it was the fish of 1,000,000 casts. The first outing on a drizzly day drifting down the Vetter with Fred's custom tackle was unsuccessful. But fishing is fishing. Me and Rod had a full week on Vancouver Island. I thought for sure I would hook into a few silver beasts there. One day, I planned to live on Vancouver Island. I love the plentiful ocean access, the damp environment of coastal forests, and the lack of people compared to where I live on the mainland. Rod and I had a day to explore some of the local rivers on Vancouver Island.
I don't know why I'm wearing the ears, but I just look too cute.
Access was tough, but we managed. A good friend, Matt, from Murphy Sport Fishing, was able to take us out on the boat the next day. We got to go up some pretty cool rapids. We fished many spots on the boat and walked into some spots also.
So you went and donated some more gear to the river?
Yeah.
Looks good though.
Cat.
Yeah.
Lynx.
We fished and fished and fished, to no avail. Until the very end of the day, when I was tired and not paying attention, I finally hooked a fish. It popped off. Kevin, the local legend, was our guide the next day. You could see steelhead underwater near the hatchery in the no fishing zone. It lifted my spirits a bit. But after hours of casting, I assumed that the day was going to be like all the others.
Okay, so we found a school of a few fish, and I just had a bite, but I gotta get right under this tree without getting this. Now I'm hitting bottom.
There, now you got one on.
I got a fish!
Got him on.
I got a fish!
Might be, I think you actually with the trout in behind us.
Yeah. The trout?
The only way I know he's a steelhead genetic is he's got a fin clip.
Yeah.
He's maybe one
that's
that
true.
resided into the river and didn't go to sea. And was happy
Interesting.
in here. This is the fin clip telling me he was a steelhead origin, released, and maybe just didn't go to sea and come back like a regular adult.
So we found a small school of fish, and I was able to hook this resident rainbow trout. The only reason how we know it is a steelhead origin is it's got its adipose fin clipped, meaning it did come from the hatchery and was supposed to go to the ocean and never did. So he lives in the river year round. Gorgeous little trout. So not exactly what we're looking for, but I'm not going to complain.
After a few days of no fish, I had no complaints. Our two theories were that it was either a resident rainbow with steelhead genetics, or it was an old small summer run fish. Kevin leaned toward resident trout. So many hopeless days. I wanted a chrome winter steelhead so bad. We are all told steelhead fishing is tough, but with all the days added up to over 3 weeks on the water, I was doubting my abilities. I was doubting myself. I felt like an utter failure. Aside from guides and trips away from home, me and Rod had fished walking into the Vetter this steelhead season too many times to count. Filming all our adventures, but coming home with empty bags. All I had to show was a summer steelhead caught in a different river from a previous day trip earlier in the season, and a small resident trout. Once home from the island, we were back out with Mack, filming for Fred's custom tackle.
Again, we've been at this for so many days, like when I come out steelhead fishing, I just expect nothing. So that's always what I expect now, is nothing. It is what it is.
By this time, I had pretty much given up. I must just have bad luck. The internet must be right. I'm a big fake and can't fish. Blatantly, all I wanted was the fetishized, vetter steelhead. My casts were lazy this day, my attention span gone. A moody, that time of the month, had made me grumpy, and looking back, I'm embarrassed by how I acted throughout the day, in which I apologized to both Mack and Rod.
Don't film me.
No, I'm filming you. Just you're gonna say like what was so fun was, yeah, it's part of the video.
Yeah, I'm on.
Where's the net?
It's in the boat. You have to go grab it.
Basically, we worked. He pounded that middle gut. I took about a 3-foot cast just in that fast water and bang! With an immediate run down river here. Nice! That's a good one.
Of course, Mack hooked the prime specimen I had been dreaming about. I was so jealous, but absolutely amazed by his performance and running downstream. If I hooked that fish, I could guarantee you I would have lost it. We eventually stopped at a spot me and Rod had walked into a few times, where I had hooked a fallen tree. Mack told me where to cast and where the fish usually hung out. It was the same spot me and Rod had cast in a billion times before, right below the fallen tree. After casting a while, nothing. Matt kept insisting there had to be fish here, and this is where they held. He made an instinctual move and started casting above the fallen tree, an area where if a fish was hooked, a person would have to wade down the river and try and not tangle in the exposed branches. Boom. Fish on. Mack is a tall man and was up to his hips in water, and with nimble feet was able to wade and get the line over the branches.
No.
So we've been working our way down here. We just got Midway River. Same thing again. We pull into a right side, heavy side of the river. And right at the very top, we had some obstruction. And we pounded below it, beside it. Went up on that shelf, went from 3/4 to 6 feet, and bang.
After getting his fish, Mack told me there had to be more holding. He got me to cast where he was. And of course, I got the fallen tree. Until, after a few seconds, my line started tugging. I had a fish. Crap. I wasn't as tall as Mack. My arms weren't long enough. God, I didn't have the skills to get the line off the branches. Thankfully, Mack took the rod. I was exhausted, and my movements were slow. My excitement clearly does not show on camera, but I can assure you, inside I was ecstatic.
go. Keep it going down a bit. I'll get the net. Perfect. That was too good.
I thought it was the tree because I let it go so under the tree. I'm like, oh, off the
You
tree.
get that exactly where I hit mine. Nope.
Where's Steven? I can't see.
Yeah!
Hey! Wild and dark.
Nice.
Actually, it's pretty.
Beautiful fish.
It is quite pretty, eh? Look
Okay.
at the color. Right under that.
Whoa! Look at his
Holy
tummy.
crap! Look at the gash.
Yeah.
Look at. Oh my God! Ew.
Oh
What a
wow.
warrior.
Holy.
So it's been a bit of a frustrating day for me. I missed a bite. I need a coffee. I think that's what's happening here because my brain is not functioning. But Matt got a nice fish under the tree in the horrible spot to hook a fish. But anyways, we landed that one. Beautiful, small, wild. So then I went to the same spot and pretty much right at it, float went down right on bead, and we got a nice buck.
I couldn't believe the hardiness of the fish. Finally, I had landed my first Vetter steelhead. But I was picky. I wanted a chrome fish. A fish not injured or a bit dark. The season was ending, and I had nothing to brag about. My last chance was me and Rod's trip to Oregon. This trip had been planned for quite some time. It just so happened that when we went, our countries were not getting along too well. Oh well, at least we didn't have to see any other tourists or wait for the border. Oregon was beautiful. The tide pools, the forests, and the fact I was able to cross off some salamander species from my bucket list. I made memories I will never forget. Our first outing in Oregon was with a guide around the Tillamook area named Beck. It is always nerve-wracking meeting a new guide for the first time. But within minutes, and after a few jokes and discussions on fishing, I could tell that we would all get along great and that Beck was going to be a knowledgeable guide. Once the boat was in, we were off and ready. Since Rod had been filming me the past few weeks, it was his turn to fish.
The full run is actually a white Chinook run.
White meat?
White meat, yeah.
Whoa.
And the summer
But
Chinook is
not,
red.
but like good meat,
I like
right?
it.
It's actually
Some
not
people
bad.
hate it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like chicken.
It's actually not bad. It's,
No, like it does. It tastes like the dark meat on chicken. It's
Yeah.
So, but it,
I know a little
so
people-
it's not an old fish. Like you, oh,
yeah.
keep
Right?
reeling, keep reeling.
Oh, that was a fish. Oh, no. Yeah, I have
why you
a
gotta
little
reel.
conversation.
In less than 20 minutes, Rod hooked a fish at the first hole. It was a kelt, but a fish nonetheless. It was now my turn to fish. We were using a technique called bobber dogging, a rig that I had never seen used before. It opened my eyes to a new way of fishing. With such a quick hookup, I thought for sure we would get into tons of fish that day. Boy, was I wrong.
So Rod got a fish, right? Probably in the first 20 minutes, and it was a kelt. But we've had nothing since, except for 2 little baby smolts that somehow managed to get hooked on our line. And it was very sad. But the rain has finally stopped. It's been like pissing for how long we've been out now? Ever?
3 hours.
Yeah, like torrential downpour, and then the sun was coming out. Yeah, we're still at it. Rod just had the lucky fish. If it was lucky, it was the dark lucky fish.
A little bit of luck and a lot of skill, right, Rod?
Right, exactly, right?
Rod has no skill. That's why he gets guided. Oh no, that's so mean.
The rain had started coming down hard again, and we threw in the towel. the very wet towel. We were told we had to visit the Tillamook Cheese Factory. So, to the cheese factory it was.
This is huge. They're like, go to the cheese factory, and I'm thinking it's like a store. No, this is like an industrial cheese building. This is where milk goes to ferment.
Imagine all day you're at work and you just get tourists filming you and staring at you. It's like cheese.
In the morning, we headed out again with Beck and the owner of B&R Tackle, Brandon.
Okay, so right off the bat, both me and Brandon hooked a fish, like back to back in the first hole, and now we've had nothing.
We're only 2 holes further than
What?
where we
The
started.
first hole was so exciting.
And the rest of the day, nothing.
No, that's how it works.
The company was great. We had a lot of laughs and missed a few bites. We even got to see some steelhead rise. Brandon hooked the first nice fish.
What? No, is it a new one? Freshie.
Hey!
Whoa! Go to the fish, Ron. Go to the fish.
Yeah, nobody wants to look at Brandon.
Hey, we put one in the net.
Was I jealous once again? Of course. But I had denied Brandon when he offered to hand off the rod. I wasn't taking any pity fish. The second fish Brandon hooked, I admit, I took the pity fish. I even thought of lying in the video and pretending I hooked it myself. But fabricating videos isn't my style.
We'll pretend I hooked this, okay?
Okay.
It's a kelp, no?
Whoa! Oh gosh! Oh gosh! We gotta get out of the brush. We gotta get out of the brush.
Okay, she's right under. Or he.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's going.
Oh!
See what happens here.
Oh, not the stick, not the stick. Woo! Yeah. Wow, look at that.
There you go. Woohoo! Okay. Okay, so we just hooked a nice beauty here. Nice buck.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
One. Yep. Got sea lice right here. So.
Yeah, he does. Super fresh fish. Look at that. Wow. This is only my second steelhead, and I'm pretty happy with this.
But soon after, I hooked my own fish.
Oh! I almost fell into the divot.
Okay, we gotta go down a little ways. Okay.
Linda's second fish today. This will be my third steelhead ever, or winter steelhead ever. I should say that. Which side do you want them on? What?
Bring them around the other side real quick.
My side or Rod's side?
North side.
Okay. Whoa! It's a lively fish. A lively fish.
There. Now go around the front.
Good, you're good.
Okay, now I'm gonna take the over in. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Coming to you. Yeah! Woohoo! Okay, so we didn't want to say on my last fish, but Brandon actually hooked my last fish, and I had to reel in the pity fish, but I just got my own bobber down, so I'm okay to not be embarrassed by that last one anymore. And I was able to bobber down on this beautiful doe, and I hooked it myself.
We call them hens here. And
We say both. I like actually saying hen better, but then where we are, we say doe, and I'm like, I like calling them hens better.
yeah.
Don't have 4 feet in their hair.
Hens are chickens.
Oh, let me get it.
Wow, look
Nice
at this.
fish.
Awesome fish.
Yeah, good job. Congratulations.
Woo!
Number 2, huh?
Hey,
Nice.
first winter steelhead that I've hooked myself that's not dark. I'll never get over that. It's the pity fish. That's the pity fish. It's like the pass off, like, oh, she can't hook a fish.
I had finally did it. A nice doe. With a slight rosy cheek, but still chrome. Hooked and landed completely by myself. It only took me to go to a completely different country to land what I had been hoping for. Thank you all for watching. How long did it take you to land your first winter steelhead? Were you one of the lucky ones that were able to land one on the first trip? Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys all soon on my next video.